Hey guys, want to just do this video now. Trying to go to the store. Yeah, I left the job. Hold up. He could wait as I cross. So I left the job because it was dangerous. I'm putting my feet, my body on the line working there. They sent me home because the way I was walking. But they were like, this whole facility is cold. I don't know how you work in an environment where you have to move your feet. This is a sign of a bad job. You have to move your feet so your feet don't freeze up. But then again, the people that work there are your immigrants, sometimes your felons, or your people with no skill. So, and that's me right now. So and this is why I read every day. This is why I'm trying to finish school, go back, so I don't have to subject myself to jobs like these. But I'm gonna give you guys a 2-for-1 special in this video. So for one, I want to tell you why I already explained why people become racist, but I want to break it down a little bit more. Now, if you want help on ending your hatred, your prejudice, depending on the severity of it, if it's hatred, where you just dislike people that are not your race, where it's interfering with your life, where you may have lost a job, or you did something where you have a bad reputation around town, I don't know. But if you want to end your hatred, try to look at the positives of the race that you may have a discontent for. Try that. Don't be around anything negative, because negativity will only intensify your hatred. Now, I don't want to give the cliche reason why people are racist because it's taught at home. It's taught. No. Racism, hatred, it stems from experience. Solely experience. I say that because if you have a recurring problem or bad experience with a particular group, and it keeps recurring and recurring, you're going to start to connect the dots and be like, hey, I noticed that people who are associated with this group, spots came a little early, people that are associated with this group tend to act this way. So it's not that it starts at home, it's more of an experience factor, like what people experience, what they associate with particular people. Like, sit down. Not paying your fare on the bus. Some people may associate that with, low-income communities. Not really particularly race, but low-income communities. But just how you associate bad luck, you associate black cats walking under ladders. I don't know a lot of, I'm not superstitious at all. I mean, OCD is like superstition, but it's not. But people associate bad luck with black cats, salt shakers and ladders. People associate good luck with horseshoes and 3-leaf clovers, leprechauns. People may associate evil and crime and violence with less, the marginalized group of people. But I just don't see. I don't want to call myself poor. I'm just so used to living this way. When you work for your income and your food, that's classified as, I don't want to call myself poor. I'm just working class, but this is what I'm used to. So I don't call myself broke or poor. But I've never considered, for the past 10, 12 years, I've never considered robbing anybody to obtain what I need. I always think about the impact it could have on that person, because I've been robbed with a gun before. But and here's the other video I wanted to talk about: why we need to do away with ethnic holidays and celebrations. Because I told you that these celebrations, they only reemerge negative energy. Black History Month, and I want to be fair, Black History Month, Pride Month, Martin Luther King's birthday, 9/11. I don't think there are any Jewish holidays, but during the Holocaust, that's another example. Cinco de Mayo, that's not that represents a people. Well, Christopher Columbus Day, that's another example. It represents bad energy. Like, they're not going to talk about the good of these holidays, like the positives of... One second. My nose is all stuffy. I don't want people all hearing what I gotta say, but they don't talk about the positives of Christopher Columbus colonizing, the Native Americans. I mean, the positives are, there are people who live in this country now that are doing, a lot better than, sorry, they're doing a lot better than some other countries are, like South American countries. Some are considered third world countries. But I said that this is closely associated with rejecting God in your life. But a lot of these, but like I said, the positives of Columbus, he brought on religion to the Native Americans. Same thing with like Black History Month. The positives of slavery is I would have never most likely come into contact with this religion had it not been for slavery. I probably would be a Muslim somewhere in Africa. The positives of 9/11, other than, well, there's nothing positives about planes crashing into the World Trade Center, allegedly. I don't want to get into the whole conspiracy. But the positives are we now have more serious like security measures, like more security is precautions are done in airports thanks to 9/11. It's not a whole lot of positives, but you have to look at the good of every situation. And people don't want to look at the good of anything they commemorate. Like I said, Pride Month. The goods are, well, now you have the right to openly walk around the world, walk around town, displaying your sexuality to everyone who could care less. So it's like, that's the positives of this month, or that month. But it's like, people still complain. They talk about how bad they have it when they don't do any reading, any research, they don't go to no museums. They just want the whole world to shine the light on them and let it be known that it's all about them. Everything is about them this month. But I think you need to do away with ethnic holidays. Let's replace these holidays with religious holidays, like real religious holidays. I'm not saying we need to honor saints. I'm not into honoring like saints, but we need to find like a day where we just worship God. Just how there's Ramadan, that's not like it's not a federal holiday. We need to replace holidays that represent oppression with holidays that worship God. But most of the time, another thing is too, every bad event that's happened in history, it stems from people not following God. Like Rodney King, for example. I'm just thinking of some names out of the hat. Rodney King, had he not been a drunk, drug addict, who was fleeing from police, because you're not supposed to challenge authority, he would probably not have had that happen to him. Had he just stayed home, you know, if he likes to get drunk, he should have did that he shouldn't have been driving in the first place. Or, I don't know what's going on with the shooting. I still don't know what happened with that guy that got shot in Minnesota. I don't care to know. But had he stayed home and just left that alone, he'd probably still be alive. Because you're not supposed to, another thing is too, I changed my name on my handle. I still love the movie Roman Israel, but I'm not supposed to have any idols. And that means from celebrities to, you know, ideologies whatsoever. So I had to change my name.